Hi, Andy here. I'm trying out something new. I'm using my phone. We'll see how it works out. Um, Heard some great things about the iPod Touch. My phone's Android, and so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I had promised a few things yesterday on Tumblr, if you follow me there. One of which is that I would talk about making the wrong choice. So, social responsibility is a big thing to me. It always has been. Um, I don't know if any of you have ever taken the MMPI. It's this psychological test where they see how crazy you are. It turns out I'm not very crazy, but I do have high social anxiety. That's one of my big markers. And one of the other things it measures, which is not like a sense of whether or not you're crazy, I guess, is it measures social responsibility. Basically, how much you care about being a good citizen. And mine was insanely high, like 80 some odd percent. My therapist at the time said something along the lines of, well, you'll probably be a therapist, a social worker, or a doctor, or a lawyer. Considering this was like a year before last, it seems unlikely that I'll do most of those things, simply because I have no interest in medicine. It's complicated, but basically, I don't think it functions very well in our country. And by becoming a doctor, you kind of have to sign up for the way things work, and I'm not interested in the way things work in our medical establishment. As such, doctor's probably not for me. However, I have considered becoming a lawyer, and that's something that has appealed to me. But the I'm walking around to kind of get better lighting. Hopefully, this video won't be too shaky. Um, and you get a background tour of my bedroom. Ooh, or at least the upper part of it. um, as I was saying, um, I've considered becoming a lawyer, but the cost versus how much, and my fan just came on. The cost of becoming a lawyer versus how much I would actually end up making would probably not be a good, I guess, cost benefit analysis. Simply because I probably wouldn't end up in trial law or divorce or any of the lucrative things. I would probably end up in procedural law or something where I would be fighting for like social causes or just doing housework for um, charity or nonprofit organizations. As such, it seems like it's probably generally a bad value proposition for me to go to law school. That being said, I do really respect and enjoy the law, and I think that it's a great profession for a lot of people. I don't have the moral ambiguity that it takes to do a lot of forms of law, so not for me. Anyway, back to the question at hand, which is making the wrong choice. So, with social responsibility being something important to me, it irritates me a lot when people make a really socially irresponsible choice. And there's a lot of opportunity for that, I think, on a given day. And most people, I feel like, or at least I hope, that most people would make good socially responsible choices which help their fellow man around them instead of hurt them. So I was in the parking lot yesterday. My wife and I were going to lunch. And there was a lady who was waiting for a parking space. Now she was across the parking lot, or across the, I guess, drive. There were people behind her, and she began to back up. And she began to back up because she wanted a parking space that someone's coming out of, which honestly was across the drive, and there were people behind her. She came within inches of hitting the people behind her and made three people back up, and basically just caused a general kerfluffle. So I was actually closer to the space. I was on the same side, and the guy pulling out actually blocked the other lady. Not on purpose, but that's just the way he went. So I pulled into the space. it was not the right choice. Simply because, despite the fact that I did not like her actions, what I chose to do was retributory. I punished her. And the problem with that is that doesn't make people better people. By choosing to punish someone or taking the role of arbiter upon yourself, you are not being socially responsible yourself. So if you're trying to teach someone social responsibility, you can't do it by being socially irresponsible and saying, oh no, I'm doing this for your own good. It's the same way that you can't teach people to not use drugs by putting them in prison. It's just not going to work because you're not teaching them about how their actions are hurting everyone else. You're not making them see that. You're just trying to hurt them in exchange. You're taking away their freedom. And that doesn't work. Retributive justice, it has horrible success rate. No, it just really doesn't work. We keep doing it. We keep hoping. But it doesn't work. High recidivism rates. That's when people go back to prison. All kinds of statistics say that retributive justice doesn't work. So really, we just need to stop it. Anyway, point being, social responsibility. To teach it, you really just have to do it. My wife is pointing that out to me all the time. And she happened to be in the car with me at the time. So, wrong choice. But I've learned from this choice, and I knew that it was the wrong choice. And I know now what I could have done to maybe make that better. I don't know if it would have made it any better for me to pass it up and to give that lady the parking space, considering she almost caused a wreck and almost hurt a lot of people just because she didn't want to wait a few more seconds or a few more minutes to find another space. Who can say? But all I can say is that for me personally, that was the wrong choice. So that's pretty much it for today. That's some other things to talk about. I really want to talk about Fault in Our Stars. I read it in one session last night because my stomach hurt really bad and I couldn't sleep. But read Fault in Our Stars. I'm going to talk about all the John Green books at once because I really feel like it's just kind of something you can handle all at once. And my video's getting close to 8 minutes, which is almost double Vlog Brothers. So I just want to stop here. So hope you have a good Saturday. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to be awesome. My name is Andy.